What happens when a project starts without a proper scope of works? You love this. You love a proper scope of works, don't you?
I do. It's my Bible. It's my go-to document throughout a whole project, because that's probably for me the most important document to give the fine detail of what's going to be included within this scope. And if you don't have that to work from, everything else is just a variable.
Of course it is.
You know, it's one word against another. Oh yeah, I wrote that down in the price, but what I actually meant was this. I only allowed for this. And that's where you get the budget creep.
Of course it is.
Because it's like, well, I only allowed for,
one radiator
rather than 10, or this style of radiator rather than this lovely style of radiator that you actually want. So there's a lot of variables to consider. So, you know, you'll never get it 100% in the scope. There'll always be something.
There's always something, or it's trying to reduce the level of misinterpretation.
Yeah.
One lady I spoke to the other day, problem project. The contract was for £70,000. So we have referred it on to somebody that can help, because at £70,000 we start to try and chase that money. We become less cost effective.
Yeah.
But there are people out there that we know that can help you if you're in that situation. The contract was for £70,000. I spoke to her and I said, okay, she says, I'm not happy with the quality of work. Fine. Talk me through, let me understand a little bit about what the problem is. I said, how much have you paid? She says, I don't know. It's a £70,000 contract. She doesn't know how much she paid. I said, could you send me over the contract and the scope of works? I can send you over the contract, which has got the payment terms in it, but the scope of works was agreed verbally. Oh, indeed.
Oh, that fills me with absolute dread and horror.
I said, what I need to do is understand what your dispute is. I said, if the contractor is carrying out works, and you're not happy with it, how can we dispute that the works aren't in accordance with the scope? She says, I know I did it wrong. That's fine. It's okay to know that you've done it wrong after you've overspent by £18,000. Is that the time that you need to know it's gone wrong?
Costly error.
And still not finished, Karen.
Yeah.
And still not finished.
That's sad.
It is sad. But we've got a situation there where they believe they've done their due diligence. They believe that they've put a contract in place to protect both parties. But actually, it was a buyer's contract that agreed payment terms to the contractor, essentially.
Yeah.
With no other drawings, scope, a spit and a handshake.
It's interesting that that particular lady didn't know how much she'd paid. Because then
honest.
you can't judge. Have I overpaid? You know, have I paid for things that haven't been done yet?
Correct. So actually, when it says what happens when a project starts without proper scope, an £18,000 overpayment and scope and cost creep.
It's always going to end up a financial issue.
Of course it is. Unless you've got, I mean, I just don't know. Every project starts off with absolutely good intention. Nobody is horrible. And that's important to note, that unless you've found somebody really rotten, nobody's really horrible. So they don't go into a situation thinking, we're going to stitch you up here.
Yeah.
What they might do is they might have a problem that's gone wrong elsewhere, and then that affects your project because the cash flows, the effective cash flow by that project, which then has a knock-on effect to your project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why big deposits are asked for, because they don't have the cash flow.
Because they haven't got the cash flow.
Yeah.
I mean, what a risk.
Yeah.
What a risk. Would you, I mean, we don't even do it with cars. You don't go and pay, if you're picking up a £20,000, £50,000, £100,000, £200,000 vehicles, even the super wealthy, unless it's a collector's card they're putting in the garage somewhere, they're not buying it outright.
No.
Not necessarily. Why would you give that to somebody where the barrier to entry is zero.
A stranger as well.
A
Generally.
stranger, an unregulated stranger.
Yeah.
So the scope of works is really key critical
Mm-hmm.
because number one, it's the Bible that allows you to kind of track exactly what it is.
And that's in both situations as well, because clients can have a recollection of something and say, but I wanted this, and have an expectation, and often it's not what was agreed. So it kind of works both ways. It just keeps clarity.
Keeps clarity, but it allows for really easy dispute resolution.
Yeah.
What you're trying to do with any building project, and if you're a builder watching this or a client watching this, you're looking to try and stack it in your favour or in neutral favour.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you go in with either blinkers on or one eye covered? I just don't. Just try and be absolutely clear so you know the rules of engagement.
Mm. And like what you say, generally people are good people. In that situation, no one wins.
No one wins.
Because the client doesn't win.
No.
Because, they've spent more, but also the builder doesn't win.
No.
Because, it's caused him a headache, it's probably more staffing costs, extension of time that he's not being paid for.
Yeah.
So it's a
Why not
headache
stack it
both
in your
sides.
favour? It's like a video game, a board game. This is a great big game with lots of money.
Mm.
Why would you not write down the rules of it? Why would you not write down the rules? And that's essentially what a scope
Yeah.
document is.